I missed you, Paimon.
What are you talking about? We haven't even been apart for that long, have we?
It was different this time. You seem to be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, Paimon's back in tip-top condition. It's the weirdest thing. Paimon fell asleep earlier, and when she woke up, she found herself here. The jester and that guy talking to him used some kind of energy on Paimon, and she could kind of feel it canceling out that other thing that was making her feel unwell.
So, Mitya helped too?
Apologies for leaving in such a hurry at the theater earlier. I was in a rush to verify some theories. Rest assured that your companion is perfectly safe. We reversed the effects that the experimental energy had on her. The jester specifically instructed me to do so.
I suppose this is our first official meeting, Traveler. I could not let Paimon suffer in her condition for a moment longer, and so I simply took her without explanation. I hope you do not mind.
But why would a big shot like you care about what happens to Paimon?
As I said when you first arrived in Snezhnaya, we once spent some time together in the distant past.
Oh yeah, you did mention that. And Paimon did think you seemed strangely familiar the first time we met.
I'm afraid the reminiscing will have to wait. Mitya, let us continue with the report. What conclusions, if any, did you reach from conducting the final experiment of our energy research ahead of schedule?
The good news is, my hypothesis regarding the Ruler of Death has been verified. As for the bad news, I recommend we suspend the experiments and Project Mistleton until further notice. Currently, we have no means with which to make a breakthrough. I say this purely as a scientist, guided by reason alone.
I will trust your judgment. We shall put the project on hold until the Ruler of Death has been eliminated.
Wait, what are you guys talking about? You want to get rid of Renova? Like, how? By killing her?
By whatever means necessary, so long as it removes the threat she poses to us. Until then, everything we do will be in vain. After what just happened, I've ascertained Renova's goal, or rather, the trigger condition for the Curse of Death.
Okay, let's hear it.
What she's doing is blocking Snezhnaya's technological progress, preventing us from possessing any means with which to threaten the heavenly principles.
Just like the little lapdog she is.
So, any ideas, research, or experiments that lead to technological progress can trigger the curse. Just now, for instance, I was set to launch a final phase energy experiment ahead of schedule. If the experiment was successful, we could have achieved a crucial breakthrough. As expected, though, the moment the experiment began, all the researchers, technicians, and witnesses died from the curse. All that effort, not to mention the energy and materials we relied on Project Stuja to gather for us, went to waste. In the end, nothing was gained.
Does that mean something similar happened when we were at the theater?
That's right. During the performance, I thought of an important breakthrough regarding the experiment, and wound up dragging everyone into this. So the nature of the curse seems to be something like, when moments of technological progress occur, all life in the vicinity is taken away.
What a violent method.
Of course, that meant the curse was normally limited to the Armory Palace. Since outsiders are forbidden from entering, this mass death phenomenon went unnoticed, until Odette came along. I believe she was the first witness. The Curse of Death was triggered just before she infiltrated the Armory Palace that day.
But you mentioned something about a final stage experiment. Doesn't that mean you've actually made some progress?
That's right. Even with the gods locking certain key components out of reach, humanity can still advance technology in incremental steps accumulated over time. But, as I'm sure Renova anticipated, even incremental progress has its limits, a point where the truth you're seeking must be put to the test in an experiment.
You mean the experiment you were just about to do?
Yes, We were at a critical juncture, a moment where the quantitative was about to translate into fundamental qualitative change. With this single experiment, we could have brought everything we've worked for to fruition. But now, after already being forced to fumble around in the dark all this time, it feels like we've truly hit an impenetrable wall. As long as Renova's curse of death persists, we won't be able to advance the experiment or obtain any results.
And with Project Stuja having been in effect all this time, at our nation's current strength, repeated trial and error is simply unsustainable. Only by eliminating Renova first will it be possible to continue advancing our plans.
But she's the ruler of death! She can just kill whoever she wants, right? That's gotta be the scariest power ever! Is it even possible to beat her?
We'll see. But one thing's for sure. She definitely can't just do whatever she wants. The best proof of that is me, standing here, very much alive.
You're saying...
Wouldn't it be easier to just kill all of us researchers for good? Why resurrect us over and over again? Why let us advance our technology to this point?
So, you're saying even the ruler of death has limitations we don't know about?
Exactly. And I think that's where the key to our breakthrough lies.
Regardless, the ruler of death has always been an obstacle we must overcome. Indeed, we must face life, death, time, and space. After all, our goal is the heavenly principles.
The Fatui want to challenge the heavenly principles?
For a long time, I've had a vague suspicion the Fatui and the Tsaritsa were targeting the heavenly principles. But hearing the Jester admit it is still a shock. No wonder the Tsaritsa's goal has always been kept a secret from the people. What kind of road will that lead Snezhnaya down?
In that case... Lord Jester, I would like to request some leave. I'd like some time to organize my thoughts and go over the data.
Granted. Get some rest, put the experiment out of your mind, and take care that the curse of death doesn't affect any civilians. While there is yet time, allow me to offer you my hospitality, honored guest of Snezhnaya. Is there anything you wish to know?
I remember hearing the term Mistleton from Columbina.
Yeah, Paimon wanted to ask about that when the name came up just now. What is it? Paimon's heard of Project Stuja, but not this one.
As you know, Project Stuja is a series of measures enacted to consolidate our nation's resources, the greater purpose of which is to serve Project Mistleton. Many of the things you have encountered thus far are essentially for the advancement of that project. This includes the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau in Notdry. Researching Kuvaki was merely a facade. Its core objective was to use local resources and research findings to build Mistleton itself.
And that's a weapon built for the final battle against the heavenly principles, isn't it?
Huh? How did you know that?
I was given some intel, and I made some deductions.
Wait. You must mean that thing over there. Oh, Paimon's gotta take a closer look at this thing. Especially after you guys sent so many people to Notdry to work on it.
Kuvaki alone will not break through Celestia's defenses, let alone challenge the heavenly principles. The heavenly principles are no doubt accustomed to combating the power of the light realm, and elemental energy is simply the power of the human realm, converted to that form by the heavenly principles themselves. Any attempt to use this power against its creator would be a futile endeavor. For now, therefore, we have set our sights on the form of energy associated with the third descender and the stellar linchpins. This may hold the potential to allow Mistleton to contend with the heavenly principles. You could say that by reverse engineering the stellar linchpins to extract the energy within, we have obtained a source of anti-Celestia energy.
The Kulagi Experimental Design Bureau, Project Stusia, and the new energy experiments. Huh. So, Project Mistleton is what ties it all together. And it looks like your plan is almost complete. No wonder the Ruler of Death came after you!
Her Majesty the Tsaritsa has embarked upon an expedition to vanquish a monster. Were it not for this, I imagine she would have been delighted to grant you an audience.
Seems like the powers that be in Snezhnaya don't intend to hold my past conflicts with the Fatui against me.
The Harbingers have been granted significant autonomy in retrieving the Gnosis. But by the same token, they do not completely represent Snezhnaya's official stance.
You read my mind.
Speaking of the Gnosis, Paimon's been dying to ask this question since forever. Why exactly does the Tsaritsa want to collect them? Is it something to do with the fight against the Heavenly Principles?
The Gnosis will undoubtedly serve as a key bargaining chip when she confronts the Heavenly Principles. Beyond that, you had best ask the Tsaritsa herself. I am not sure if this information is mine to disclose.
What do you mean, not sure? Don't you make the rules? You're the highest-ranking Harbinger! Ugh, never mind!
Taking on the Heavenly Principles is something most people wouldn't even entertain in their wildest fantasies. Why is the Tsaritsa so fixated on this?
Into that today, civilization is nothing but an illusion. Something whose very existence can be negated at any moment. Our civilization may very well be destroyed in the struggle, but as things stand, the Heavenly Principles could choose to negate our existence on a passing whim. And we must not sit back and accept that fate. Only by changing the state of affairs, only by overthrowing the Heavenly Principles, can our civilization truly be said to have taken root. Otherwise, the fate of the people of Khaenriah and Hyperborea is a cycle doomed to repeat itself.
Accepting potential destruction in return for getting to control your own fate.
Furthermore, perhaps this is still somewhat difficult for you to understand. Are you aware that all the rules of this world are made up of curses?
Huh? All of them? Paimon knows about the curse of death you mentioned, and the curse of immortality that you and Dainsleif have.
Then the birth of the Hilichurls, the rules of Natlan's Ode of Resurrection. Those are curses too? Farina's long life seems to stem from a curse placed on her by Focalor as well.
Yes. Even a god's love for humanity is a curse the Heavenly Principles inflicted upon the gods.
What?
The Tsaritsa has always had ample reason to hate the Heavenly Principles. If she can seize their authority, she will reconstruct the entire world, and when that time comes, humanity will be completely liberated from curses and lies. Look forward to it. It will be a world beyond your imagination. Though the ordinary people of Snezhnaya may not understand these details, in this frigid land locked in a ceaseless struggle against the environment, in this nation to which the gods have never shown favor, we all believe that standing in solidarity with the Tsaritsa in our shared struggle will surely usher in a new and better world.
Paimon really doesn't remember. He's basically a stranger. You've got to believe Paimon.
Allow me to explain. The reason Paimon reacted to the anti-Celestia energy developed by the Armory Palace is because she comes from Celestia herself. More specifically, she is one of its creations.
Paimon? A creation of Celestia?
Oh, right. I was blinded by anger earlier, but thinking back on it, Renova also said that Paimon is a creation of Celestia. But she lacks Celestia's power or authority.
As you know, the lunar fragments in Nodcry were pulled down from the sky using Fatui technology. But the first application of this technology was in Khaenriah over 500 years ago. I used this technology upon the heavens, and the response I received was none other than Paimon descending from Celestia. I presented her to the Vinster King, but he took no interest in this gift, nor did it satisfy him. Paimon then took up temporary residence in my palace until, of course, the arrival of the Cataclysm.
Wait, Paimon's a little confused. You're talking about things that happened in Khaenriah 500 years ago. You're saying Paimon was there for that? But Paimon doesn't remember any of that. Falling from the sky? Being given away as a gift? None of it.
Having lived through the Cataclysm, perhaps you too were burdened with some manner of curse. Although, losing your memories would indeed be the smallest price I've ever seen paid.
But it's not just her memories from Khaenriah. Paimon doesn't even know how she spent the last 500 years. She only has memories from the past few years. No matter how hard she tries to remember. What was Paimon like back in Khaenriah? Did she know a whole lot because she came from Celestia? Was she super smart?
Unfortunately, when you arrived in Khaenriah, your consciousness was like that of a newborn infant. None could say what kind of being you once were in Celestia. During the time you lived in Khaenriah, your personality was no different from how it is now.
Aw, man! Paimon's plan to get her memories back and become super smart is ruined before it could even start. You know, even though Paimon lost her memories, she still feels weirdly close to you for some reason. That must mean you took pretty good care of Paimon back then, huh?
On the contrary, I completely ignored your existence. I was entirely focused on my struggle against Troptatir the Wise. But now, as I see it, it is as if you are the only sane thing that survived that era of insanity, and thus are worthy of protection.
Noted. Man, Paimon's gotta stop projecting friendship on everyone she meets. But, Traveler? Even though you know Paimon's some creation of Celestia now, you still want her, right? You're not going to abandon her? Oh, phew! That's a relief. Paimon's just learning about this, too. She's barely even processed it.
Thank you for telling me so much. I'm a bit surprised, honestly. I didn't expect you to be quite so transparent with me.
Given the circumstances, the Fatui need not hide anything from our allies.
Allies?
To advance Project Mistleton, we must first resolve our issue with the Ruler of Death. And, if I presume correctly, you have no intention of letting her actions go unpunished either, do you?
That's right. Ever since she said she intends to reclaim Paimon when we next meet, I figured reconciliation was out of the question.
Against an opponent of this caliber, deliberating over our allegiances would waste time we do not have. We must join forces unreservedly with whomever we can. if we are to stand anything like a fighting chance.
You're going to challenge the ruler of death? Just for Paimon? But Paimon's only... Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, gee. Now Paimon doesn't even know what to say. Anyway, Paimon's super touched.
The Tsaritsa will return in triumph in short order, and the Fatui shall hold internal discussions regarding the enemy. The time for us to meet again will come very soon.
Got it. Thanks for your help with Paimon. I'll be sure to look after her for you.
There was just one other thing. Well, it's just a request, really. Paimon really wants to see what this Mistleton thingy you're gonna use against the Heavenly Principles looks like. Of course, Paimon knows it's top secret and stuff, but she just had to ask. It's okay if the answer's no.
Certainly you may.
Oh, for real? Actually, maybe it's best not to. What if her nova suddenly pops up again?
While the technology is not yet fully developed, it has nevertheless reached the stage where Celestia's creations are unable to damage it. In that regard, you may rest assured.
Oh. Wow. No wonder Paimon felt so out of sorts recently, even though it was super far away. Alright then! Paimon's ready to take a sneaky peek at this top secret super weapon!
Paimon? You're okay. Thank goodness. You look well. Have you recovered?
Long story short, yep, Paimon's all better. What are you doing here? Were you waiting for us?
That's right. When I woke up, I wanted to go in after you, but the guards had woken up as well. It would have been tough to take them on alone, and there was no easy way to sneak past them. So I returned the way I came and waited for you here.
It was thanks to you that my soul found its way back to my body so quickly. Thank you.
Huh. That actually worked? Nice. I just figured I'd try my luck when that ominous feeling struck me. Really, you should be thanking this thing instead. Anyway, now that things here are all taken care of, I have other things I should get back to.
Ah, Director Chuganov, you're back. We just received notice that Project Stuja has been suspended, so we've convened an emergency meeting. This is the preliminary plan. In addition to expanding production capacity, we've also discussed feasible layoff plans to optimize revenue and expenditure structure. Our calculations indicate that the factory's profits will increase by at least 30%. Just give the word, Director.
That won't be necessary. Leave the energy for those who need it. Whether they use it just to get by or to run a business, that's up to them. Start preparing to halt production and lay off the staff. Make sure the workers are able to land on their feet and that they are duly compensated. Thank you all for your hard work during this time.
Am I hearing you right? Why? After all the tough times we made it through, now is exactly when we should start to turn a profit.
I just suddenly don't want to do this anymore. Huh. Does there have to be a reason? Iskra. It's time to rest.
Dear esteemed members of the Rokot, given the effects of Lelik's radical actions upon our organization's reputation and social stability, a decision has been made to permanently withdraw this codename from use. Considering that Lelik did what they did for the benefit of the people, the Rokot has nevertheless negotiated with the authorities, ultimately securing a waiver for all penalties due to them. Lelik will be suspended for a period of time. Depending on their future performance, they may be allowed to adopt a new codename and continue acting as part of the Rokat. The purpose of this notice is to remind everyone once again that motives and methods are equally important when one operates in the shadows. Even with Project Stooge's suspension and our interim operational victory, we must guard against complacency and rashness and work to consolidate the progress we have made so far. We act only for the greater glory and solidarity of our nation. May the aurora shine ever on, and the tundra always stand firm.
We act only for the greater glory and solidarity of our nation. May the aurora shine ever on, and the tundra always stand firm. Looks like it's finally over.
You mean for us?
Just thinking out loud. I've never seen the Snezhna Gradvecha so lively before.
I never once thought I'd come here. But I understand everything now, Rosaline.
I've seen Spirit Seeker performed many times, including by your mother.
Why do you bring that up all of a sudden?
Even though the choreography is always identical, every dancer finds a way to make it her own.
So you actually want to talk to me about ballet?
I just think it would be a pity if the dance was lost to history. She didn't teach it to you, did she?
That was an unusually subtle taunt for you.
We embraced one another on the snow-swept plains, melting the ruthlessness of time. But when our bodies, in pieces, are cast to the winds, what of our love will remain behind?
Don't tell me you can't sing.
Shush. I understand her hatred. The Fatui robbed her of the life she should have had. I never opposed her dancing. Yet still I became an enemy of her ballet. I'll just keep my distance. Many despise me. I'm used to it.
You're certainly not one to shy away from confrontation. But children, they need a different approach.
I'm hardly the most maternal figure.
Yet, she is a child. In my experience, while a father commands authority, he must still yield to love. You should tell her what you think about her dancing. Odette will soon take the stage at the Khaenriah Theater. This could be your chance.
Geonosis secured. It went smoothly. I'll be there. Have them send me an invitation.
Sadly, things didn't work out. Her final words are inside that block of ice.
This? Aren't these for monitoring her subordinates?
Not yours. This one isn't her witch's flame, but my two worlds' flames. The two worlds' flames can burn away memories. It was my parting gift to Rosaline.
If all goes to plan, she and I will both live to see that Tsaritsa succeed. I believe she'll find peace. But if anything happens to me, she needn't follow in my footsteps. The cryo-energy will fade away in time. Then the two worlds' flames will burn away all memories of the Fatui. She'll be free to dance. She deserves this.
I will handle the aftermath. The choice is yours, child.
Fresh air at last! Paimon's head isn't spinning anymore, and the fever's all gone. Paimon's finally free to fly again! Oh, it's nice to finally know where Paimon came from, too. It did make Paimon a little nervous at first, but it's such a relief now. Like, who cares if Paimon's a creation of Celestia? She's probably not anyone that important. Probably just the fairy of food and fun or something. And like you said, this doesn't have to change anything between us. You're not gonna just... Hey! Hurry up! Why are you walking so slowly?
You've spent the last few days lying in bed and stuffing your face. I didn't think you'd be able to fly this fast.
Says who? Paimon's as agile as ever. They don't call her White Floaty for nothing. Paimon originally wanted to check out the bookstores in Snezhnograd, but she's more in the mood for flying around right now, so let's save that for later. Wait, they've got light novels from Yai Publishing House here too. Huh? And this is Paimon's favorite mystery story from Fontaine. Wow, it got a sequel. The local Snezhnaya books look pretty interesting too, but also kind of heavy. Not the easiest things to look around.
I thought you were in the mood for flying around.
Paimon can read while she flies. Hey, look at these two dolls. Which do you like better? All right, boss, we'll take both. Paimon will have the other one.
Oh, I thought we were only getting one. All right, fine. I'll pay.
There you are. Thanks for visiting.
Paimon will grab this and then... Huh? 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 How many layers does this thing have? And what are you laughing at? You knew all along, didn't you? A whole bunch of people are gathered over by the plaza. Hey, look! That looks like Tartaglia! Hey, Tartaglia!
I know that voice. Of course. If it isn't Paimon and my old comrade. You're looking well, Paimon. All better?
Yeah! The jester knew it was wrong and fixed Paimon right up! Thanks for sending someone to keep Paimon safe, too.
Oh, yeah. About that. That was... kind of embarrassing. Who could have known that our director would go looking for you in person? So sorry for the misunderstanding. Oh, right. Let me introduce you. This is my little sister, Tonya.
Hello, Tonya.
Hello. Firstly, I'm really sorry about my brother. Sounds like he's caused you no end of trouble.
Hey now, why'd you have to start with that? Not that it isn't true, of course.
So she's the real Tonya.
She said you two didn't manage to meet up at the theater. She waited ages for me, and when I didn't show, she got a little worried and went outside.
I know, right? He didn't bother to say a word to me. I searched up and down the city for him, and he only told me about it when I finally caught him at the gates of Glupov.
I've been rushed off my feet lately, so I didn't get the chance to go home. I just figured the Traveler would fill you in when he got there.
Well, the snow was bad, and you're never late. So I was really worried about you. How was I supposed to know that you'd stood me up?
I'm sorry, Tonya. I really am. I'll make it up to you somehow. Just... please don't tell Mom and Dad.
Although the mix-up led to a series of misunderstandings, it's probably for the best that the real Tonya didn't get caught up in that mess. Besides, it's obvious that Tartaglia isn't usually one to break a promise. He only gave his ticket to me because he had to look into Lelik.
No, it's fine. It just meant I didn't get to see the show in the end. By the way, what did you think? You were one of the first people to see it, you know?
I would say the best is yet to come.
Huh? What kind of review is that?
Hey, look!
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below. Something to add to my collection. The rewards of an adventure worth remembering.
Hip. No way! Did you say a ghost?
It's true, I swear. Everyone's talking about it. The moment it strikes midnight, eerie music echoes from the theater. Someone even saw the ghost shadow dancing on the wall.
You're sure someone didn't just make that up to scare people?
Yes, I heard it last night. The sound was so eerie. I don't even know how to describe it.
What was that?
Huh?
Who's there? Traveler?
Odette?
Yes? What were you expecting? A ghost? I have. The eerie music and the dancing ghost. Here. This is the true form of said ghost. It's a music box. It was a birthday gift from my mother when I was little. It used to play beautiful melodies, but its internal mechanisms have deteriorated over time. And now, it sounds terrible, doesn't it? It'll take some time to fix, but my daytime schedule tends to be quite packed, and I don't have the right tools at home, so I had to sneak off to my private lounge in the middle of the night. Yes, this area belongs to me. Doesn't it look the part? It's fine. To be quite honest, neither of us should be here at this time. But I must say, you're pretty brave. Most would have fled the moment they heard the music or saw a ghost. Always eager to help. That's what they say about you. I guess they were right. I appreciate the offer, but I want to fix it myself. But if you could help me collect some relevant materials and keep it a secret from me, I'd really appreciate that. Also, it seems the decor in my lounge doesn't match your expectations. If you want to redecorate it to your liking, you're most welcome. Think of it as a reward for keeping my secret. Did you not want one? Vodyanitsa said fans would do anything for a peek behind the scenes. Oh, that said, could you hold off until the music box is fixed? Your redecoration project, I mean. It scares people away. Makes it much more peaceful around here.
Yeah.